Welcome back to the hottest headlines you need to know right now. First up, Sydney Sweeney is diving back into the world of horror for an intense new thriller titled The Caretaker. She is teaming up with director David Bruckner, the visionary behind the recent Hellraiser reboot, to bring this terrifying story of a mysterious job in the Oregon wilderness to the big screen.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Speaking of that project, David Bruckner is taking the reins as writer and director for The Caretaker. This adaptation of Marcus Kluwer's upcoming novel has major backing from production powerhouses like Michael Bay and Platinum Dunes. The plot centers on a desperate young woman facing a reality-warping force she cannot control, and it is shaping up to be a defining genre project for everyone involved. Meanwhile, the unstoppable Sydney Sweeney is proving her commercial power once again by starring in a bold new campaign for American Eagle. Despite previous controversies, the brand is doubling down on her star power, with Chief Marketing Officer Craig Brommers confirming that the new shorts campaign is already driving massive sales and conversation. It is a calculated move that perfectly aligns with her high-profile return to the final season of Euphoria. Finally, Sydney Sweeney and music executive Scooter Braun have officially gone public with their romance. After months of speculation following their first meeting at the wedding of Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez, the pair confirmed their relationship on Instagram with a cozy photo from the Euphoria premiere. It is the Hollywood story everyone is talking about, so make sure you stay in the loop by hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and ringing the bell for all the latest updates. Ever wonder what happens when a horror powerhouse meets one of Hollywood's most versatile stars? Well, mark your calendars because Sydney Sweeney is officially heading back to the nightmare zone. That is right. The star of The Housemaid, and Immaculate, has just signed on to lead The Caretaker, and she is teaming up with a titan of the genre, director David Bruckner. If that name sounds familiar, it should. Bruckner is the mastermind behind the 2022 Hellraiser reboot, The Night House, and The Ritual, so you know this project is going to be unsettling in all the right ways. It is honestly a full-circle moment for Sweeney. Before she was a household name, she cut her teeth in the horror scene with John Carpenter's The Ward and even Zombies of Mass Destruction. She clearly has a soft spot for the macabre, and frankly, she is just getting started. This time around, she will be tackling an adaptation of Marcus Kluwer's upcoming novel, which hits bookshelves this April. The plot. It sounds like pure tension, a job in the Oregon wilderness that spirals into a literal waking nightmare. Bruckner is not just directing, he is also crafting the script, ensuring that the transition from page to screen maintains every bit of that suffocating dread. While we do not have a release date just yet, the synergy between a director who understands the psychological weight of horror and an actress who isn't afraid to dive into the deep end is a major win for fans of the genre. I am personally hyped to see how this unfolds. What do you think? Does this sound like the next big horror classic? Drop a comment below to let me know, and if you are ready to stay updated on all things terror, make sure to hit that subscribe button. After all, you never know what is waiting for you in the woods. What would you do if the only thing standing between you and a reality-warping nightmare was a set of bizarre, unbreakable rules? Well, we are about to find out, because Sydney Sweeney is officially stepping into the lead role for Universal's upcoming horror flick, The Caretaker. And here is why you should be paying attention. The project is being helmed by none other than David Bruckner. If you have seen The Night House or his intense take on Hellraiser, you know he is a master of building suffocating dread, making him the perfect pick for this adaptation of Marcus Kluwer's spine-tingling novel. The story follows a young woman who takes a remote coastal caretaking job, only to discover she is there to keep an impossible, reality-bending force under control. Of course, things go south fast when those rules start to slip. It is that classic trope of the job is too good to be true, but elevated by the high-stakes atmospheric horror that Bruckner is famous for. Behind the scenes, We have heavy hitters like Michael Bay and Brad Fuller from Platinum Dunes pulling the strings, alongside Sweeney herself, who is clearly pivoting toward becoming a powerhouse producer as well as a lead actress. This project has been bubbling since 2022, when Universal won a massive bidding war for the rights. And with Kluwer's novel hitting shelves this April, the hype is definitely real. Honestly, between her work in Euphoria and her massive upcoming slate, including a Gundam adaptation and the thriller The Housemaid, Sweeney is arguably one of the busiest stars in Hollywood right now. Seeing her dive into high-concept genre fiction with a director as capable as Bruckner is a massive win for horror fans. Are you ready to see what happens when the rules fail? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more updates on your favorite upcoming films. Because in the world of horror, sometimes the most terrifying thing isn't the monster itself, but the person failing to keep it contained. Ever wonder what happens when a brand accidentally lands at the center of a culture war? Well, if you are American Eagle, you just double down and cash the checks. Sydney Sweeney is officially back as the face of the brand, this time ditching the jeans for a pair of shorts and that signature, knowing grin. Now, if you remember the last time she fronted a campaign for them, things got interesting. Her previous ads were hit with bizarre accusations of stoking white supremacy, yet paradoxically, they became a massive hit with viewers across the political spectrum, from Fox News regulars to the man himself, Donald Trump. It is a wild testament to the power of a star like Sweeney. People might be shouting about the politics, but they are clearly buying the product. American Eagle's CMO, Craig Brommers, is playing it cool, calling the noise just part of the conversation and emphasizing that the brand is moving forward, not back. Is it a transparent strategy to capitalize on the final season of Euphoria? Absolutely. But honestly, who cares? The production value looks like it was shot in a shoestring studio, yet the sales are climbing and the stock price is reacting exactly how shareholders like. It is a masterclass in modern marketing. Stay relevant, embrace the chaos, and let the star power do the heavy lifting. At the end of the day, it is just retail, but it is fascinating to watch a brand lean into the fire and come out with higher margins. What do you think? Is this just smart business, or is it getting a bit too cynical? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the world of advertising. Sometimes, the most effective marketing isn't about being perfect. It's about being impossible to ignore. Hollywood just got a lot more interesting, and if you haven't checked your feed lately, you might have missed the most talked-about reveal of the year. Sydney Sweeney and music mogul Scooter Braun have officially gone public, and honestly, the internet is absolutely reeling. It all started with a simple, cozy snap on Sydney's Instagram story, but it was Scooter's reshare that really sent fans into a tailspin. With a black and white photo from the Euphoria premiere and the caption, "Lucky Bastard," Scooter practically confirmed what everyone had been whispering about for months. It's a bold move, and let's be real, the chemistry is undeniable. Their story sounds like it was plucked straight from a movie script, starting with a chance encounter at Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's lavish wedding in Venice back in September. From that Italian getaway to spotted hand-in-hand moments in Lowe's Angels, these two have managed to navigate the spotlight while keeping their private life relatively under wraps. By December, insiders were already calling it serious, and now, after navigating high-profile breakups of their own, they seem to have found a new kind of rhythm. It's fascinating to see how Sydney balances this newfound romance with her massive career, especially given her recent comments to Cosmopolitan about the struggle of keeping a private life while living in the public eye. She once described love as something out of a Disney movie, filled with magic and wonder, and it seems she's finally found her own fairy tale ending. As she continues to dominate the screen in Euphoria and gear up for her next project, The Housemaid's Secret, all eyes are on this new power couple to see where they head next. But I have to ask, do you think this is a match made in Hollywood heaven or just another fleeting celebrity romance? Let me know your take in the comments below. Hit that like button if you're keeping up with the drama, and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an update. After all, in an industry where nothing stays private for long, the real story is always just one post away.